Hello everyone, it's Matt from Akuma Mods, back again with a review of the Creality SL1. This is Creality's curing machine for resin printers. So Creality sent this over through an Amazon seller of theirs and wanted me to test it out and give my thoughts and my review on it. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry, there's no unboxing. It's pretty straightforward. You just pull it out, put it together. I'll go through that in a second here, but yeah. So these are really nice to have for resin printing because, well, obviously when you do resin printing, you're going to print your part. You're going to wash it off with some sort of solution. My two suggestions are IPA 99 cent. IPA 99%, or what my go-to is denatured alcohol. And then obviously once you wash them off and you let them dry, you're going to go ahead and put them into a curing station. So this is really nice because it's small and compact and everything. There are some nice settings on here. You have your power on and off switch, you have your start button, your reset button, and your 3 different time modes, which is 2, 4, and 6 minutes. Usually that's about as much as I go. 6 minutes is usually what I standardly put my stuff at, regardless of the size of the print. Now, in the booklet, it does suggest specific times on how long you should cure some prints. So I do suggest following that if you're new to curing resin prints. That's a nice little thing to have in the booklet that they give you. This has a little tiny plug-in wall power supply, not your standard power supply that comes with the printers. It has like the little the plug-in bulb. I'll show you what it looks like. So it kind of looks like this. Has that type of plug-in like the Frozen Sonic printers have. So all in all, build quality, it's okay. It's a little light for my taste. I have a feeling that I can knock it over a little bit, so I'm not too happy about that, I would say. And then the other weird quirky thing is that the power plug-in is on the top here, so it's a little oddly placed. I don't know if there's any better way to place that, but I would place it, lower down on the section somewhere and just run some wires up to the main unit here. So it does have a nice little view in front here. The UV blocking on it is pretty well. You can see inside of it very good. I'll take a print here and just kind of cure it, so to speak. Even though we re-cured it, or we're going to be re-curing it, it's not the end of the world. So I'm just going to lift this off, and it does come here in pieces. Inside here, you do have like your foil or reflective area, which is really nice. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 LEDs on the side. And then you have 2 LEDs in the top there. It would be nice if maybe they had like 2 and then 2 in the back there, but it'll be fine. The mirroring effect should bounce that off pretty well. So I don't think it'll be a major issue, but it's nice that they do have some lights on the top there. This does come, and you can see it's already spinning because my shop light here is quite powerful, but yeah, it does come with one of these miniature spinners on it. It is attached to the base here, and that's pretty much it. So when it comes in the package, it's basically 4 pieces. It's got this, the top, and then your power supply, and that's it. So, and you have 4 little tiny solar panels that power this little tiny jewelry spinner, I guess you could call it. And you can place this in any way, shape, or form as long as you got the front sitting there. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic, straightforward. So we're going to go ahead and put this model on here. Hopefully it stays on there. And we're going to show you guys exactly how it looks when it's printing. Let's turn the light off here. So we're going to turn this on. So we have lights when we first go on. We have our start button that's lighted up, and then we have our timer that's lighted up. So to choose the different time frames, you just go ahead and you select it. It'll give you a little bit of beep, and that's where you go from there. So there is a reset button, aka a stop button. I don't know why they call it a reset, but to each their own. And basically, you just go ahead and set your time, and you hit start. So as you can see, it spins very, very slowly. So it's able to get all the UV LEDs through the resin print. So it is very, very nice in that sense. Current price on this is going to be $55 on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below. Will be an affiliate link to the one that I bought. This is through a shop called Fast to Buy. They supply a lot of Creality items through their shop, so they decided to send me a unit to take a look at it. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it. It's a really, really nice system. It's very, very compact is one of the best things about it. And it's specifically designed to go hand in hand, obviously, with the Creality LD-002R or the LD-002H. So this is meant for smaller printers. Obviously, you can probably modify it a little bit to hold a little bit bigger prints, but I don't really know what that's going to impact on the turntable or anything. But you can go ahead and try it. I don't really suggest it, but hey, it's worth a shot. But obviously you're limited to the size of this kind of apex design. So in total, it weighs about 1.2 kilograms, so it's not too heavy at all. Like I said, it's very, very light, and that's one of my concerns is that I can just go ahead and tip this over. The other thing that I'm not too keen about is that it doesn't have like a sensor or anything. So if you happen to knock this over, or if you have cats or animals or kids that knock things over, well, that might pose a problem because there's no sensor, there's no trigger to say, hey, this is knocked over. So as you can hear, it beeped at me. We're done curing this print, and we just go ahead and set it off. But again, we can basically start this print, and look, there's nothing on there to tell me, hey, this is not on the base. So that's one of the downfalls. So yeah, there is quite a few downfalls with this item. But if you're looking for something that you need a curing station and you don't feel like making one yourself, it's not too bad of a buy. So comparing it to like my Anycubic wash and cure station, those, depending on which one you get the older one or the newer one, they range anywhere between 120 to 180, I think the newer one goes for. So I mean, it's up to you, because those are a 2-in-1 station, and they are a little bit bigger than this, and they do have obviously a lot more parts with them. But that's really up to you on what you want. But if you're just getting into this whole resin printing type stuff, and you're getting a printer, okay, so let's say you get a printer around $250, somewhere around there. Then you spend another $50, that's $300 here. And then you get like either a ultrasonic cleaner, or my personal favorite, a magnetic stir station with a piece of like Tupperware or something. Then you're still coming in at less than $350 total for your beginning resin printing experience, which that's basically what I started off with. So, but if you have the extra money, go ahead and look at your other options, because there are quite a few options out there. And along with that, there are other versions of this cure station. Elegoo has one, Sobel has one, and I'm sure a ton of other ones that are out there company-wide have these type of cure stations. So again, you can go ahead and look at all of them, but I think the biggest concerns are pretty much all going to be across the board. So really, it's just who you want to buy it from. I'm not saying this is a good unit. It's not a bad unit. like I said, it's good for someone who's getting into resin printing and, you know, just wants to do it on a budget. So that's more or less what this is based for. But I mean, for the most part, it does work as it's intended. There's no real huge issues with it besides that one that I said where, you know, if you knock it over, the UV light doesn't trip. But again, the UV light's going to be on for a maximum of 6 minutes. So, I mean, unless you have resin or, you know, a kid, your kid is going to be wearing it or something, that's the only thing you should really worry about. But I mean, if you got kids, you really shouldn't be having resin stuff in general around them. So you should be more cautious about how that is. But I mean, it is a possibility. So I'm just throwing it out there for you guys to let you know. So, but yeah, other than that, that's really all I have to say about it. There's not really much you can say about these cure stations because they're all pretty much exactly the same. They all do the same. You set a time, call it a day, and move on. So again, this one was specifically sent to me. It is a Creality product, so for those who are Creality fanboys, hey, here's something for you. I'm going to see about getting their wash and cure station sometime soon and see if, you know, we can get our hands on that and then do some comparison tests with other stuff and basically go on there. But yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad of a cure station for $50. I really wish that these were around when I first started back a year ago because that would have been a lot better than, you know, the janky cardboard box that I used. Even though it was much, much cheaper, you know, maybe $20 less, I probably would have preferred this over that in any way, shape, or form. So, but yeah, I'm happy with my Anycubic wash and cure station because it's a 2-in-1, and I'm someone who likes to do like space saving with it. So, this unit specifically is actually going to be going to a giveaway that we're going to be doing. And if you guys want to partake in that, I will be launching the video shortly after this one on how you can enter in for that giveaway. Basically, it's just going to be a small resin printer by SparkMaker called the FHD. And it's going to be this cure unit and some resin and some other stuff. So, so yeah, stay tuned for that and keep an eye on for that. That's pretty much all I got, guys. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and put them down below, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Until next time, happy printing.